All the disrespect, graffiti playback, button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a beautiful Tuesday of checking these buttons. We got so much to check. We might actually drop 2 today because Sagat is coming later today. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I don't even know what time I'm posting this damn video. But either way, Sagat's coming later today, official trailer, so I might have to post a video for that. But anyway, we got this one right now, so we're about to check these buttons. Chapters down below. Appreciate the mad love and appreciate the support from a beautiful company called Manscaped. They've had our back for like several months now, and you guys have shown so much love. So one more time, let's do this and check some buttons. Let's go.
Button check, fam, we on a new mission. Cause it's Manscaped, baby, with that skincare edition. But listen, your face deserves more than a rinse. With the Skin Ultra, I ain't looked better since. This is men's skincare, engineered for men.
All right, Button Check fam, give me a few seconds of your time, just a few seconds, because guess what? We got a surprise gift from Manscaped back once again, but this time it's different. We're not talking about shavers or razors or anything like that. We're talking about the Skin Ultra Advanced Kit. We've never had this. This is my first time trying it. We're talking about 30-day money-back guarantee. We're talking about free shipping with purchases over $49 and 15% off with promo code ButtonCheck. Links down below, all that good stuff. Let's get it. All right, real quick, let's break this down. It's only 4 quick steps. As a man, I don't always take the time to freshen up my skin. I pay attention to my TV quality, my video quality, but for some reason, not the skin quality. Well, Manscaped is here to help us correct that problem with the Skin Ultra Advanced Kit. Step number 1, the face wash. This one right here, I'll put it on the screen as well. This actually has ceramides and AHAs, which means it exfoliates without stripping your skin. And next up, we have the Face Buffer Pro. This is the coolest thing in the box. At first, I was very confused looking at it, but you can tell that it's powered. It actually uses antibacterial silicone bristles, and it has sonic vibrations. So when you turn it on, you'll notice it has different levels of power and vibrations. And last but not least, we got the brightening serum and the hydration moisturizer. With the brightening serum, this actually has a triple vitamin C complex to fight dullness, fade uneven tone, and even calm that irritated post-shave skin. And then when you follow it up with the hydrating moisturizer, this stuff is like super light, fast absorbing, and packed with shea butter. It has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Basically, it locks in hydration without that greasy feel. And if that wasn't enough, on top of all of this, if you purchase now, Manscaped is giving you 2 free gifts. That's right, for a limited time, they're gonna give you that 3-pack of the Ultra Premium Lip Balm, which is formulated with vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to help seal in moisturizer. And on top of that, the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, which is durable and water resistant. So there it is, y'all. 3 easy steps in just 5 minutes daily. That is it, you're done. Links down below. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love and making this possible. Button Check fam, I really do appreciate you rocking with us and rocking with Manscaped, and of course Manscaped for sponsoring this video once again. Links down below for the sale, because it's all happening now, limited time. Now let's get back to checking some buttons. Let's go.
Step, this the best one yet. With that triple vitamin C complex up next. It's the brightening serum and hydrating moisturizer. Skin Ultra Advancements Beauty Equalizer.
All right, now into them. How do we really feel, y'all, honestly, about the EWC buttons that need to be checked? I'm talking about the Esports World Cup. Fatal Fury just ended. The finale was fucking amazing, but overall, I'm talking about the presentation. I feel like there's so many mixed emotions going on. I've heard some firsthand testimony. I don't want to say no names right now, but I've literally heard some firsthand testimony that it wasn't so hot. And some surprising things that you might learn that you might felt like, yeah, I kind of felt like that was what was up in the first place. Either way, we got a lot to unpack. Let's go. Okay, so let's start right here with the good stuff, right? Okay, Majin Obama posted this, said, y'all owe COTW an apology. That shit was hype. Just posted this the other day. Others are like, hype for 5,000 people who bought it. Nobody's getting hype for a dead game. And of course, this guy is just being sarcastic. He's like, I'm just saying this just to save time on the dumb shit folks are about to say. Majin says actual players are immune to that shit. That shit was theater. And then others responded to that thread pretty much agreeing, saying, no, that was hype as hell. And that's what I think there's a big disconnect. Like, for one, it's kind of weird because Fatal Fury obviously is in a weird spot. Kind of feel like the whole EWC thing, I can't talk tonight. They kind of bought their game with all the fucking money that they put behind it to push it, to market it. And then when they sold it, it was a flop. Like, we all know the story. Then when it kind of came out with the guest characters, a lot of people were like, what the fuck is going on? Then it drops. A lot of people thought some of it was broken. Others were like, wait a minute, this might seem kind of fun. But then they come out with like, what, 1.5 mil, some crazy ass shit over at the EWC. So everybody and their mom is playing it. Not only that, at EVO, isn't it like number 3? Number 3, because they're putting like an extra 40K on that bitch just for EVO. So the numbers is there. The money is there, right? And people were just thinking it was kind of money. But then when you watched EWC, not necessarily the Esports World Cup, but I'm talking about the match. When you watch the matches, you're talking about your Go Ones, your Chris G's, who else? I'm going blank right now. You're talking about fucking Shanghai, right? You're talking about all these guys, fucking Punko. These guys going head to head. Some of them weren't sponsored for a hot minute. This game kind of brought them back from the shadows, gave them life, gave them a chance to be sponsored again and to compete again. I thought that was hype as hell. But anyway, I'm digressing. Going back to the matches, I'm like, holy shit, this game is actually hype. I'm gonna be real. I was like, it's gonna be so-so. I'm just gonna watch the finale, grand finals. Nah, it was actually pretty dope. Now, the matches are pretty quick. Like, they steamroll pretty quick, all that stuff, we know that. But the game is doesn't feel quite done yet, especially when you saw that everybody was using fucking Billy, and it was a lack of flair, it was a lack of personality, right? So a lot of people were like, this game feels like 2-3 characters at the most. The FGC might maybe one day come around to being like, oh shit, nah, this game just slapped. It's pretty fun. Maybe it gets better. I mean, shit, it just dropped, right? But as far as the EWC, how that whole thing works, I found that watching it at the EWC felt a little lackluster. It felt a little stale, did it not? It felt like every time they went into the crowd, there was a bunch of people in the crowd that looked like they were just told to be there. They were all cheering only for the fucking Falcons or only for their team, and that was it. Like, they didn't really cheer for anybody else. It was all dead unless it was just for their team. Everybody there was on the same page, so it was almost like it felt like they were told to be there. Now, not everybody. Obviously, there were some people in the crowd that cared and gave a shit, but I'm saying like the majority from what you saw throughout the weekend, it just kind of seemed, I don't know, it was cool production, but it just kind of seemed like there was pieces that felt like they were missing. All right, so before we unpack that even further, let's go back to social media, right? Let's go back to X right here, or Twitter, I should say. Slasher posted this the other day saying, there's life-changing money for some at EWC, but no top player from CS to Street Fighter to League to StarCraft to COD will ever mention it as a real esports championship they aspire to win. It'll forever be a $1 million Mickey Mouse summer vacation sponsored by MBS. Zareen responds underneath saying, for the FGC, one could say it's the polar opposite of EVO. Slasher says winning EWC is 5 times the payday of EVO, but the answer to what tournament do you want to be a champion of will be the same every time. But somebody underneath that responds saying, nah bro, you're delusional. FGC players are barely making bread. It's not about the prestige event. Damn, how you feeling about that? At this point, let's be real. You watch it, even though you might not be a pro or sponsored or anything like that. If you had the chance to be like, hey, what would you rather choose to win? EVO, be considered possibly one of the GOATs or the greatest, or to beat all the GOATs and the greatest and be forever remembered. You're a fucking EVO champion, right? But you're probably gonna go home with like 30K, 25K, depending on what you win, right? Or you could be an EWC champion and go home with like 300,000. Now, going even deeper, I see this dude right here, Richard Lewis. Not too familiar with Richard. I don't know how you guys feel about him. We did report on him like fucking years ago. So I know he's done some wild shit. Didn't he fight with somebody one time? I don't know. All I know is he posted an interesting article just a couple of days ago saying all lies in the first 12 minutes of Esports World Cup documentary Level Up. I guess they dropped one on Amazon recently or Prime Video. Anyway, you see this? He basically just rips the shit apart. He's like, this is a lie. They talk about Falcons and Liquid have been rivals since fucking the dawn of esports. Like, bullshit. They were created in 2017. They didn't even become competitive until like 2020, if we're being generous or something like that. And he just goes on to say how it felt fake, the backing, the sports washing, all that stuff. Clearly, he's not a fan, but he says a lot of stuff that we've heard before, right? with the EWC. Going even deeper, I saw somebody by the name of Christian Rivera. Let me click on his profile real quick because I'm not too familiar. You guys might be. But right here, LCS veteran and streamer. You got all his information right there. Anyway, let's go back to the tweet right here. I will not be co-streaming EWC. I was offered an ungodly amount of money, more than 3 times what I make in a month on stream. And this dude makes good money for 5 days, but I didn't feel good about taking the offer. I understand that I'm financially privileged position and not everybody can decline this ridiculous offer going around, but for me, I'd rather not cover the event and then restart the streams when LPL comes back in 6 days. See you all on the 19th. Damn, but see that raises a question. Restreaming, right? Even EWC announced, hey, these are your official restreamers. What was it for Fatal Fury? We had Punk, we had I think Diaphone, we had fucking Tyler. We just talked about Tyler, right? Doing this whole thing in the FGC now. And I was wondering too, they're the official restreamers, so there has to be a deal there, right? They had to have got with them and be like, hey, would you guys like to do this? Maybe we offer you some money, which is not unheard of. We've heard that shit before. But I was always wondering, like, what's the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how good is it? Shit, I need to get my stream going. Anyway, there's no limit on the amount of money that they're willing to push out there to create this thing. But if you go off of certain players, I won't say any names right now because the statement is not necessarily public. They said it kind of public. I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is they didn't have the best experience out there. They actually said the crowd was fake. They said most of them didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I guess they were told to be there. They were rooting for the whole team. The players weren't treated that well, at least from their perspective. They were like, yo, we felt like everybody else was taken care of and we were taken care of last. It was just a weird environment. Now, the money was great. Can't deny the money, but it was like it's a different culture. It was a different time zone, different everything, but we just felt like something was off and that it was kind of pieced together and it was, I don't know, very artificial. And this was the whole Fatal Fury shit experience that I was talking about. So when you tie that experience into all of this, it's like, what the fuck is really going on at the EWC? They're doing it, they have the money to do it, and it's not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. But as far as like what they're trying to make it be, and seeing that they're technically the new kids on the block, compared to like, oh, we're the official esports headquarters, this is it. Everybody wants to win this one. Everybody wants to be an EWC champion. We're rivals since the beginning. That type of shit. They're like, wait, whoa. Y'all just got here. Like, chill with all that prestige shit. Let's be real. It's money shit. Can we be real? It is nothing but money shit. And that's not me trying to downplay all that, because I think at the end of the day, everybody should be in charge of their own bread, of their own bag, you know? You got your different needs, you got families, whatever you need. If you choose to do it, fucking do it. I would do the same thing if I was in your shoes, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, I would have to decide what's best for me. So I'm not denying getting the bag at all. I'm just more in question, like I said in the beginning, how do we fucking feel about the EWC coming off the way they are now and just feeling kind of, I don't know, just feeling a little off, feeling a little stale from the whole everything. Like I said, the whole presentation, you know, the production seemed really nice. Just everything inside of it. It just felt really artificial though. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them DLC buttons y'all probably don't give a shit about that need to be checked. Now I'm just talking about like number wise. Like anytime I drop a reveal here for a character that's not so popular, usually doesn't do pretty well. And I looked at some content creators bigger than me doing a reveal or a reaction to this DLC reveal, and their numbers are lower than usual as well. So I was like, what's up with this? Because there's a lot of hype around Ken in Fatal Fury, at least I thought. And you already heard how I felt about the gameplay between Goichi and Xiao Hai. I've actually been waiting for some Ken. I know some people are hyped that they're gonna be able to play him at EVO. So I'm like, yo, this seems pretty cool. Fatal Fury though, I think is in a weird state. Now, if you look at the trailer numbers on this, they're not the best. Like, it's not in the millions or anything like that, but it's not the worst. It's far from the worst. And some of the comments are actually really good. So I'm interested. Y'all really care about this shit? Either way, let's go. Okay.
So Ken, fire still burns, I hope.
I like the beard.
You bet.
I don't know about the shoes.
Just like we said.
You got some Timbs on? I'm down for him being in the game though.
Whatever.
I really am.
But don't say I didn't.
It's gonna
warn
help me play it. It's gonna give me my motivation. Okay, come on, kid. Okay, give me the classics. Oh shit, I like that animation. Ooh. Okay, give me some Street Fighter 6 feel.
Look, I
But
got
also
my
give me
own
some
problems.
classics, you know what I'm saying?
No disrespect, but you don't got a chance.
Level up. Was that it? Oh, we got clean Ken. We got rich ass Ken. I do like that theme song though. I think it's dope as hell. Like the Fatal Fury theme song, I think it's dope.
City of the Wolves.
All right, that was cool. That was cool, man. Bringing the heat. He's coming. I know he's gonna be playable at EVO. Some people excited about that. We actually got Street Fighter 6 Ken in Fatal Fury. Now y'all gotta deal with that damn Gen Ride kick just like we do. So anyway, there you have it. I actually thought they did him justice. That looked dope. Let me know if you think I'm off, but I can't wait to play that shit. Like I was saying earlier. Did I say that earlier? My Twitch channel goes live or starts next week, right? We're gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna start going live on freaking Twitch next week. Either way, a lot more to come. How you feel about these buttons? Let me know. And that is Butt Check fam. Thank you for tuning in. I know you didn't give a shit for most of this, but hey, I give a shit that y'all give a shit enough to press play on this episode and join me for today. And it is HD. It is HD. Let me get somewhere real quick. Hold on, because you know that shows how unprepared I am, but I'm professionally unprepared. If that makes any sense. I know it doesn't. Anyway, let me get somewhere for you real quick. Did I mention that my stream is coming? I'm going to be doing some live Twitch streams next week. I'm gonna set that shit up. It's not gonna be anything like spectacular, like production-wise, but I'll get there because I'm learning to go live. And I've been wanting to do this shit for years. I've just never been able to do it. So I want to go live. I want to talk to y'all and eventually run some sets. Get Dirty Low over. I just talked to Dirty Low today, matter of fact. So I want to do all that good stuff, man. And I can't wait. Also, big up to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. They've been with us for quite some months now. I don't know, when you get sponsors like that, y'all, it's never forever. It's never forever. You never know when you do a sponsor if it's going to be the last one or whatever. So whatever happens, I'm totally appreciative because they really did take care of me, y'all. They were one of the first companies I ever worked with that was like, here's our product, go. We trust you. Just make a video. And that to me was the ultimate amount of the ultimate respect. The ultimate like work relationship, right? You know, of course they could approve it and yada yada, but they never did. Like it was, I mean, they could correct it. Like, hey, could you do this and do that? No, they never did. They were like, love it, love it, love it. And I loved it. So anyway, and I loved y'all for rocking with me. Anyway, let's get to this cosplay right here. Let me go right here. I got a special one that I have to share, Let's get it. Bam! Come on, talk to me. Talk to me about some Fuudo, the man that we were just showing on the video the other day that fucking beasted, what was it, Topanga Cup, the championship? Killing folk. Look at the DJ. I love the gold chains. I love the headphones. I love the swag. This man's making it work. I swear he has another one. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me go to his page. That one is hilarious. I love that he did that. Yeah, he sure does. Check it out. Bam. Look at this. The swag. I would like for him to dress like this during the competition. Necessarily doesn't have to wear the wig and shit. Just wear the shirt with the gold chain with no shirt underneath it. That's the new Fuudo. That's what we need. That's the Fuudo we need for 2026. Going on, I even think he has a Ken shirt up. Look at this. How could you not? All right? How could you not? Man, you're welcome. Fuudo's information down below. Not that you probably don't already have it. If I had to pick, I would pick the DJ. But y'all let me know how you feeling. That is Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you're feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love. Like I was saying, I might drop 2 videos today because Sagat is coming today and I might not. So I don't know. So either way, if we don't have 2 today, we'll probably have 2 tomorrow. Thank you guys for the amazing love as always. I don't know what it is. And even though y'all didn't give a shit for most of this episode, I give a shit about you. And It's about to get better. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
To be like, hey, what would you rather choose to win? EVO, be considered possibly one of the GOATs or the greatest, or to beat all the GOATs and the greatest and be forever remembered. You're a fucking EVO champion, right? But you're probably gonna go home with like 30K, 25K, depending on what you win, right? Or you could be an EWC champion and go home with like 300,000. I know obviously right off the bat, you see the money, yada yada, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. Now you say, Nesto, which one would you take? I'm taking EWC. I'm gonna be fucking real with y'all. Now, if I was a competitor, y'all, if I was like an actual competitor and I've been competing and I've been doing this for years, I'd probably take EVO, right? Because I want to be, if I'm in the shit, I want to be one of the best. And I want to be remembered as one of the best. Since I'm not, I'm taking fucking the money. I don't need to be remembered as one of the best in my current position. I want to be remembered as one of the chest. You know, treasure chest, one of the chest. Makes no sense. Anyway, it rhymes. What the hell I'm trying to say is,